The man had been summoned to another world for the second time. Since his former female subordinate didn't recognize him, Jack gave her a playful slap on the behind. The familiar sensation made the female knight freeze. It felt just like when the former hero used to reward her.
この衝撃はまさか。
思い出したかよ、俺のこと。お？
Although the knight recognized Jack, she was confused about why his appearance had changed. But the strange thing was, during his final battle with the Demon King, Jack had suddenly returned to the real world, while keeping all his memories and powers. Last time, he had been reborn as a baby. As he gazed out the window, reminiscing about that other world, fate intervened once more. A massive magic circle appeared on the ground. Everyone around panicked, unsure what was happening, except for Jack, who knew it was another chance to shine. In a flash of white light, everyone was transported to another place. Jack realized they were back in the other world, but his classmates were completely bewildered. Suddenly, several armored figures appeared in the distance. At first, the classmates thought it was a movie shoot, but as the strangers advanced menacingly, they realized the danger and began to flee. Jack, however, remained calm. Just as the situation grew critical, his childhood friend, Yuhi, rushed to shield him. Before she could react, Jack grabbed her hand and quickly led her away. At that moment, a battalion of soldiers arrived, charging straight toward the mysterious attackers. They were followed by a group of mages. The once peaceful field was now engulfed in flames. The scene left the students terrified. Even Jack was puzzled, since this war should have ended long ago. But then, he sensed a familiar magic emanating from the armored figures. As Yuhi noticed his strange expression and started to ask, a blue-haired knight sharply ordered them to leave the area. Seeing her, Jack couldn't help but smile. But the knight didn't notice. She and a blonde knight led the charge against the enemy. With their help, the battle quickly turned in their favor. Jack and the others were brought before the king. He explained that the kingdom was under invasion by demonic forces, and the students, like the hero who saved the kingdom 5 years ago, had appeared suddenly. This meant they were the new heroes chosen by fate. Having witnessed the dangers outside, no one dared to leave recklessly, so they all decided to stay in the kingdom. The boys began sword training with the blonde knight, while the girls learned magic from the blue-haired knight. Only Jack spent his days trying to avoid training. One day, the blue-haired knight caught him slacking off. Seeing how unconcerned he looked, she tried to drag him back to training by force, but Jack wasn't worried. He responded with a gesture. The knight decided not to hold back, raising a wooden sword to teach him a lesson. To her surprise, Jack dodged effortlessly and landed a slap on her backside. The familiar sting made her recognize him immediately. To earn his forgiveness, the knight asked Jack to punish her further.
申し訳ありません。必死ですね。
いや別に求めてないんだが。
節様の重み。あ、少しお痩せになりました？
以前の体と作りが違うからな。てかそこまで言い当てられるとちょっと気味悪いぞ。
私が服従する喜びを覚えるのは節様に対してのみです。
As their interaction grew increasingly intense, the blonde knight arrived and was shocked by the scene. But after the blue-haired knight explained Jack's identity, he understood he too had served under Jack. He then brought Jack to meet another former comrade, Tia. But Tia wasn't surprised. She had already sensed Jack's presence. Even with his changed appearance, his immense magical power was unmistakable. The other two felt embarrassed. They had been near Jack all along but hadn't noticed. Jack explained his experience of being reborn twice, then asked why the war was still raging. After he had established a peace treaty with the demons, it should have ended for good. But the three couldn't give a clear answer. Since the conflict persisted, Jack decided to investigate himself. If necessary, he would use his power to stop the war. But first, he needed to retrieve his legendary sword. With his companion's help, Jack recovered the blade from the castle vault. Just as he was ready to depart, Yugi found him and asked why he was leaving. Jack had no choice but to reveal the truth. He was the twice-chosen hero, and it was his duty to end the war. Seeing his determination, Yugi told him to close his eyes. Jack expected some kind of reward, but instead, she just gave him a stylish new haircut.